I would be remiss, probably kicked out of a lot of the Facebook groups that I belong to, if I don't mention Yo Joe June. And Yo Joe June is where Hasbro talks about all the upcoming pre-orders for the G.I. Joe Classified line. Welcome to Yo Joe June. So I changed the angle, so now I'm in front of all of my G.I. Joes. I'm wearing my G.I. Joe shirt. June is my birth month. I am fully vested in Yo Joe June. So every year during Yo Joe June, sometimes they space it out over the entire month. This time they just flat out released all of them at the beginning of the month. And they said, here's what you're getting. So these four are the new that are already up for pre-order.
Okay.
This is Storm Shadow version 2, so this is the one where he was on the G.I. Joes. A lot of people's favorite Storm Shadow, with the hood and the samurai swords and the bow and arrow and the claws.
Where do you
Alpine.
stand? I only care about your opinion.
I'm more of an original OG first Storm Shadow, but I did appreciate this figure. It's kind of when you got into the Ninja Force Storm Shadow was where I backed out. But I did appreciate this figure. This was the only. I take that back. Yeah, this. I had the original one. It took me a while to find him, but I got the original now. But I had this one first run. I was like, I'm going. This is Alpine, so Bazooka's friend. We've had Bazooka already in the line, so now we have his buddy and pal. The last two, I'm not as enthusiastic about. This is another Bats. And to be honest with you, I've had enough bats. I don't need any more bats in the line. We've got Crimson Bats, we've got regular bats, we've got Frost Bats, we got. They're starting to become.
That's a pretty good one, man.
I know you're into it. It's got 2 heads. It's gold. It's got some creaky accessories. The box art is great. I get it. You know what? I'll get 2. You can have 1.
Oh, thanks, man.
All right, but and then this one, also kind of cool. Yeah, so for those who don't know, this is when Destro decided to break away from Cobra. This is probably mid-90s G.I. Joe, 93, 94, 95. They call it the DIC years, D-I-C, because that's the production company. Sunbow lost the rights or didn't want to go continue with the G.I. Joe after the movie, so they said, we're going to get away. DIC took over, and that's when Destro split off. And it became more of a, we're going to make a cartoon for the toys versus that. But this was his troop. So instead of a Cobra Trooper, he had the Iron Grenadiers.
Destro's my favorite
He's got
character.
a cool little helmet.
Super cool. So that
go.
was an
So
excellent history lesson. I like
these
that.
2 are for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited about those, and I'm glad you saw them. I mean, this news came out today. Like, I saw this come up 3 hours ago. Yeah.
Yeah, I was attending the live stream of their event as I was driving to work. So it was 8 to 10 or 11, I think, our time. And they went over everything. So it was cool. I enjoy it. They do something called rendering reveals, or render reveals. So these aren't up for pre-orders, but these are the renders of what the figures are going to look like. So
Those look like
figures,
Super
Dialtone.
7 molds. Those look like Super 7 molds. They're so toyetic.
Yeah. I think it's the way that the computer renders them. So like the previous, these are the actual box art.
Yeah.
These are the figures in the box, up for pre-orders. They're available now on Big Bad Toys, Amazon, wherever fine toys are sold. Probably no longer on Hasbro Pulse. I think they sell out pretty quick on Hasbro's website, but are available pretty much everywhere else. But these are the renders.
Trooper.
So this is Dialtone and this is Saw Viper. Yeah. Wow. I like the saw on him, and he's purple, and he's got the green.
Jason, I gotta say, man, the classified line is getting stronger.
I think, this type of round, they have a really good, they had the, I think his name is Kenny, and he's the one that designs all of the figures. And then they have a really good, like, paint department, head sculpt departments, things like that. I mean, if you look at the Dialtone figure, he's got a throat mic on. This is with a little earpiece and a throat mic, so that's cool. I think it's a good detail to have. The
I like
cell
their
phone
paint.
actually comes out of the pocket. Mm-hmm.
I like the classified paint. I think they're for a budget or not budget figure, but for a $20 a roundabout figure.
Mm-hmm.
They hit it with paint. The
I'm not a
first
big.
Iron Grenadier. Is that true that the cat with the jetpack was the first of the Iron Grenadier line?
Yes, the one that you
Okay.
have. Yeah,
Yes. So
metalhead.
that's why I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited about those two because they're obviously
Yes,
color
you can
scheme.
put them together in a box, in a DTOF, and
Yeah.
they'll come with the same color, same size, same scale.
But I love the
The one
paint
thing.
on those weapons. On that, the reason I brought him up was because I love the paint on that figure.
So this one, instead of like, they'll usually, from what I heard from the live stream today, usually they'll try to do this as a molded plastic, so the color will be plastic. It won't be painted. It'll be plastic color. But they said no, we have to paint this one. So this is actually painted gold. It's not a
Thank goodness.
plastic. Yeah.
We haven't revealed one of my biggest one of my biggest toy pet peeves, but it's when they do a silver or gold, but it's just the color of the plastic and it's not actually painted. I can't stand the way like that fake silver looks, that marbled kind of silver plastic color. It just looks so cheap to me.
The one thing I'm not a big fan of is their reuse of weapons. So a lot of this line has a lot of reuse of previous figures' weapons, which I get. As a YouTuber of mine says, got to make the most out of your mold. But some of these weapons didn't even come with some of these characters back in the day. And as a person who collects for nostalgia purposes, I want to see them have at least one of their original weapons. You can put more in there. I'm all for the more, but put one of their original weapons in that they came with. Don't reuse a bunch of weapons that they didn't come with. So, happy with the figures, the way that they look. Kind of disappointed with the weapons that they come with.
That's a good take. That's a good take coming from a nostalgia point of view.
Yeah. So then they have another retro line. So these are all the ones that are on the card backs. This hits all of my nostalgia feels. So something similar to this, where it looks like the original G.I. Joe with the card back, cardboard, the plastic bubble, the accessories, on the back with the file card and all, like this hits all my nostalgia feels. It's called a retro carded line. And so they announced 2 new figures for their retro card line. Well, I announced 3, but here's 2 of them. This is Stalker, and then over here is just a Cobra Trooper. This is more of a design from like their 25th anniversary, it seemed like, figure. It doesn't seem like it's one of the original type of designs, but it's definitely cool. I'm all in on these retro carded figures.
So correct
Sometimes
me
they
if I'm
replace
wrong.
the ones that I have.
Oh, correct me if I'm wrong. Is that the second Cobra Trooper they put on a retro card in the classified line?
So they had the red one, the Crimson Guard.
I have that one.
The first one. Yeah.
They don't have a blue one. Okay.
No, not the blue one yet. There's a 25th anniversary one. They did also Hasbro has a 2-pack where they sold these in 3 1/4 inch scale, but nothing in the 6 inch yet. Which is probably where this is molded off of the 3 1/4 inch one. And then
Really? How do they mold? How do they mold for a 6 inch figure off of a 3
Well, I think they just used whatever design they had because these straps are very 25th anniversary one. This weapon is definitely very 25th anniversary 2-pack Cobra, but they probably just upscaled it to the whatever. It's the same design.
You're not dogging them for that though. That's what you want, right?
No. Yeah. No, I'm just saying that it's probably that design, whereas it's not from the original design from the 80s, because this was an original figure, so like 82, 83 was when they came out. So, and then Cobra Commander. For those of us who didn't get the hiss and want a retro carded Cobra Commander, here he is in all his glory. I can't wait. He comes with the same gun that he did probably when he was the mail away offer. The only thing for those in Cobra Commander lore, no, he's not the Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander. Yeah. He is the regular Cobra Commander here. The Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander came with the hiss tank.
Okay. So that's something for.
Yeah, that has a little Mickey Mouse symbol here as opposed to regular Cobra. So this is the one from the hiss, and then the one that they are going to release.
Do you have that in a protector? Is that in a protector
Yeah.
right now? What you just held
Oh,
up?
yeah.
That's cool, man. Can I see it again? So cool.
Yeah.
That's
So all
great,
of my
man.
retro lines in a little plastic box here. Got them off of eBay. But
So that's a
the
really
retro.
smart thing to do for collectors, because now no one's going to be upset. Zero people are going to be upset about this decision about putting this on a retro card for that reason.
Exactly, because they were upset with the fact that they couldn't get one because otherwise they had to pay $300, actually probably $800 now for his tank. They can get one now. Pre-orders go on sale next Tuesday, the 11th, 1 p.m. Eastern Time for the retro carded line, and they will be available wherever fine toys are sold.
We got to get some custom links, man. We got to get some custom links.
So here, I'm breaking it down for you,
Please.
and for all of our five listeners or viewers. I guess we're viewers because we're streaming.
No, we're not streaming. We will be one day, but yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Good. I'm glad. They're releasing Sergeant Slaughter again. Back in the day, Sergeant Slaughter had a group of people. They called them the Marauders back in the day. I think, no, what do they call them now? Sergeant Slaughter's. Dang it. Is it the Marauders now?
So why are there two different orientations? That's interesting.
So this is I know this. So Hasbro released this one first, or was going to release this one. They put it into production. They said, this is what we're going to send out. They give it to Sergeant Slaughter. And Sergeant Slaughter says, nope, I don't want this to go out because I don't have my cover on.
Wow.
You need to put my glasses and my cover on. And they said, okay, Sarge, you're the boss. So then they brought the toy back and re-released it, or are now going to release it as this. So there are two versions. So this is the chase. And who knows how many of these are out there. But apparently you can find them. I don't know if Hasbro pulled them all yet, but I've heard rumors that you can find this version of it. It still has the hat, still has the glasses, still has the whistle, but it's not on his head. It's on his head here in this one.
So this is like an error, like not necessarily a chase.
Yeah.
It's not a forced chase. It's an error, which is cool.
That is correct, makes it even better chase.
Yes.
Because it's an error. It's going to make it even rarer, I'm sure. So I don't know how you get your hands on this. I'm not that in the know.
Where is this going to be ending up at retail-wise?
So this one I heard was an Amazon exclusive.
Oh, gosh.
For this one. So you can try to pick them up over there. The next one that I went ahead and went to... Oh, Mad Marauders. Oh, okay. They put the Mad in there. Sorry. So back in the day, they were Slaughter's Marauders, and now they're the Mad Marauders. Probably because they lost some sort of rights. I have no idea. So then there's a 2-pack.
I like the colorway, that blue-green.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Hasbro Pulse exclusive is this 2-pack. It's Low Light and Spirit. This is an awesome figure. I love this figure. Both of these actually are really great figures to have. The eagle's amazing. The sculpts are amazing. The hat, the accessories, awesome. Except these look like horrible accessories. So now they released the G.I. Joe Vamp last year or earlier this year. What is time anymore? And it's essentially the same Jeep, but now this is the Cobra version. This is the Stinger. It's black and gray. Comes with a figure. Comes with a bunch of blast effects. This is cool as a kind of a way to reuse your mold, but yet still introduce something new that was in the toy line. This was the original, 83, 84, Jeep that Cobra had. One of the first couple vehicles that came out. So super excited. This will be available same time as Sergeant Slaughter and the other 2-pack, which is the 18th of June. Available for pre-order. This one's not an exclusive. It's just wherever fine toys are sold.
I like that you can see the figure in that box, which is obviously indicative of the original. And that's a cool colorway for that Jeep. Now, was that the actual slideshow you put together?
Heck yeah!
Wow!
Isn't that awesome?
That was awesome.
I spare no expense,
man.
my friend. Eagle's amazing.